Hello. Hello, and welcome back to Common Sense for Relationships. I'm sure you're wondering what's going on here. Anyway, we're bringing you the show from two locations today. One group in Lagos, Nigeria,
The
and
other group
another group in
in Doha,
Qatar.
Qatar.
And you know that sometimes when you go to a new location, some things may just not cooperate the way you would like them to.
You know how we usually say about all these technological demons. Sometimes, especially when you are when you are running the program, cross continentally, from the Middle East to Africa. Sometimes you have to challenge different things.
Well,
So that's why we didn't start. We are not starting today.
So-
Once Lagos gets hooked up, you will have the full team.
Yeah,
available.
so we apologize for the late start today. But we are happy that you have let us into your space, so we're quite excited about that. Welcome to the show.
Yes.
And how are you? How are you doing? How are you enjoying your time out?
It's been very restful. Roaming around the streets of Doha. In my boxers and in my shorts and in my shorts, just feeling like I don't have responsibilities.
Yeah.
You understand? Yeah, but every good thing must come to an end. So after you have rested like this, the work that is waiting for you is Pro Max. So we'll just go and do that.
Hi, Debbie.
Hi, Debbie. Debbie says honeymoon. Okay. Oh, no hard feelings. No hard feelings. No hard feelings. Yeah, but we're on the road, and we're just taking the time to say, hey, if whatever you're doing, you have to put in the work and also balance the life. You understand?
so-
to have the work-life balance.
Yeah. So rest is really important. So we encourage everybody, while you're doing your own stuff, factor in rest and relaxation. It's really important. Okay, so we have quite an interesting topic today.
Why are you looking at me and looking at the topic? Am I the topic? Am I the topic of discussion?
In love with a stranger. Oh, Faith says, love your matching outfits.
Aww,
Faith.
it's so touching.
Thank you,
I
Faith.
see how I'm doing my hand. So touching. Oh, I'm so touched. Oh.
Yeah, in love with a stranger. This is a very interesting one, though, because somebody will say, what do you mean by in love with a stranger?
Why are you looking at
Well,
me?
don't worry, we'll get there.
You will talk small. You will look at me. Talk. Am I the stranger? You people, you don't know my face. Am I the stranger?
You're not the stranger.
Is it this, or is it that you are seeing me in new lights? From this Doha light. They've told that it's like this Doha light is very good for me. Do you understand? But I'm not the stranger. Let's talk. Let's talk the talk.
Yeah. So yes, we're talking about this, in love with a stranger, and you know that this is common sense for relationships. So we have to bring out the sense that has to do with this issue of being in love with a stranger. And somebody may say, oh, what does it mean? In love with a stranger, does it mean I just fall in love with somebody that is a perfect stranger, like maybe love at first sight, and then you see somebody you've never met before, you don't know, and then you say, oh, I'm in love with this guy? Is that what we're talking about? Well, no, that's not what we're talking about. We are talking about you being in love with somebody that is, in quotes, known to you, right? Somebody that you could say, we've been dating for 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, and so on. But then you find out that you actually do not really know this person. So in fact, sometimes the person will behave in a certain way that you just wonder, hey, what's happening here? No, I was really, really surprised. I can't even believe this person did this. Because all of a sudden you realize that you really do not know this person. So this person is a stranger.
While we are talking about strangers, if you have not subscribed to this channel, you're a stranger. If you have not subscribed, you are a stranger. If you have not liked, you are being strange. You are acting strange. If you have not what was that? If you have not shared today's message, no, strangeness is following you. Do you understand? So right now we need you to like, share
and
subscribe. So just share this to your friends. Tell them we have started. The show has started. We have started. So just share it everywhere. Put on your status and everywhere, and then come back and we'll tell you how not to love a stranger, or how to make a stranger become a near neighbor.
Meanwhile, Queen Debbie says these glasses are making you look younger. Young.
Thank you very much. It's all part of the new look. What can I say? I can't complain. Yes, the Lord has been good to us. So if you are liking the new look, thank you. More is coming. Do you understand? More is coming. I keep reinventing myself. I'm a dynamic, promising young man. Promises that are on the way.
At this point, you're just
I'm
talking.
just running my mouth.
Yes.
It's okay.
Okay, so what are the symptoms of somebody being in love with a stranger?
But you have not done your normal thing that you usually do now. Maybe you would have defined stranger for us by now.
That one is easy now. Stranger is somebody that is strange, or somebody that behaves in a way from time to time that is really strange to you. Somebody that is undiscovered. There's still a lot.
Now you're coming.
There's still a lot that is to be known about the person. Right? So maybe you don't know where they are from. Maybe you don't even know their childhood, what it was like. You don't know how growing up was. You don't know much about their education, their aspirations. You don't know how they act in certain situations. You don't know what they believe in, and you don't know what their anchor is. You don't know what the future what their future ambitions, desires, aspirations are, and so on. So really, there's a lot you don't know about the person, and so you say this person is a stranger because, come on, if they say, okay, all right, what does this person aspire to do or to become in the future?
What are this person's convictions? If you don't know them, if you don't know them, you actually don't know the person. No.
Well, he's nice.
He's a nice somebody. Yes.
I just know he's really nice.
He's really nice.
He's really kind.
Yeah, and kind. He's really nice and kind. It's okay.
And of course that conclusion may be just from the fact that this person has been relating with you, and so far in their relationship with you, they're nice and kind. But you can't really say how they are with other people if you have not checked, if you have not taken time, right, and made the most of opportunities to see how they treat other people, for you to be able to say truly, yes, they are kind or they are not kind. So you have to be able to check those things. Or somebody says, my aspiration for the future, I want to. You don't know what the person wants. But you just assume because he's nice and because he's kind and because probably you met him in a good place, so you could say, I'm sure he aspires to do good things with his life.
Okay.
So you could make assumptions based on some things, but then your assumptions may end up being really wrong. So if you don't take time to find out what is this person really about, what does this person really want, then you will not know for sure who this person is. So you know that, okay, every time that he takes you out, he buys you something nice, or you guys have a nice time together and so on. Every time he has cash, he pays the bills, he does everything is cool. But what will this person do if they are in a bind financially? How would they react when things are not going the way they want?
Exactly.
When the rubber meets the road, or when some tough conditions arise. And being broke may not be that the person doesn't have money. It may be it may be temporary.
It may be that money
It may be
that money doesn't have him at that time.
Or it may be that he even has money, but he doesn't have access to it for some reason.
That's why the money doesn't have
How
him.
do you respond? Like sometimes when you, with all your money, will carry yourself as a Nigerian and travel to certain countries, and then maybe you not inform your bank.
That thing that happened to us. Let's not call the name of the bank.
You not inform your bank, or you informed your bank, but something changed between CBN and some whoever, and then you now find out that you do not have access to the money that you have in your account. So in quotes, you are broke abroad.
Yeah. So
what would be the terms? What would be the conditions? How would this person respond to that? Because it's easy to just get upset, throw tantrums, be miserable, say everything is over. And then you people cannot even have a fulfilling time left, compared to maybe somebody who says, okay, let's find the solution. What's it? Who do we know? And stuff like that. Or someone who says, okay, if we can't do this, then maybe we can do this. Let's make this adjustment and stuff like that.
So this begins to speak to knowing the person at their core. Right, it begins to speak to knowing the person at their core. So like we began to say, if the stranger, if one of the definitions you gave about who a stranger is someone that is undiscovered. So if you've been dating, so it's possible to have been dating or going out with someone for some time, as we have had real issues, real life cases where two people are going out and the other person didn't even know.
That's what?
Didn't even know what this person does
for a living.
He doesn't know what they do for a living.
In fact, there was one funny one that I can't remember where. But what happened was this lady was so convinced that the guy was an engineer. And she was really, really convinced. And each time they ask her what's his career, she's like, oh, he's an engineer. How do you know he's an engineer? By the time they really checked, her conviction or her conclusion that he was an engineer was that he sent her a picture of himself wearing coveralls.
Yeah. That's how she knew, ba. It's okay.
But the guy didn't even have a job.
So you see, these are real life things, So that's why when we say in love with a stranger, it means that a number of times there are certain aspects of a person that you know, and that's what you have come to love, and that love kind of clouds you or shields you from all the other aspects that you need to know for a lasting relationship to occur. So do you understand?
Yeah.
That's part of what we're talking about. So who are you really in love with? Who are you really in love with? Who are you going out with?
Yeah.
What in fact, what did you fall in love with?
Exactly. I think that's a very good way to put it, because it's easy for you to say I'm in love with this person, and when you really check, it's the looks, it's how tall he is, or how fair she is, or her figure, or one thing here, one thing there. It's just easy for you to just fall in love with external stuff. But how about inside? Who is this person really? Do you know that part? So that it won't be that one day something happens, the person reacts a certain way, and you're like, I can't believe it. No, this is not the guy that I fell in love with. When they're not yet married, they'll say this is not the guy I fell in love with. After they're married, they say this is not the person I married. And so on and so forth. So you actually have to try to get to know this person. And another issue that comes up here is communication. And on the communication matter, you find out that sometimes you will be going out with somebody, and then you find out that people are just gisting all this nice gist about the weather, about the outfit,
about Arsenal,
about your voice is so nice,
about Arsenal,
about I wonder if people actually gist Arsenal and as in football in relationship, like love relationship. I don't mean guys hanging out. But you just imagine, you're just talking about things that are external to the person. You're not asking questions that help you get to know the person. Do you understand? So it's really important for you, because you want to be able to say yes or no when the person asks you to marry him, right? I'm speaking to ladies now. You want to be able to say, yes, I will marry you, or no, in fact, this relationship cannot
It's
continue.
not going
I'm
to
not
work.
even going to wait for you to propose. You want to be able to say that. You want to be able to say, if you were just friends, you want to be able to say, as in, you want to have enough information to be able to say yes or no if the person asks you out. So for every question that requires a yes or no, you have to find out. So this whole relationship thing is about you finding out, getting to know this person. This person is no longer a stranger. So it's really important for you to take time to ask the right questions. Because if you don't ask the right questions, you will find out that you spent 3 weeks, 3 months,
That
3
one was
years,
6 months. 6 months.
and you don't really know this person.
You don't really know the person.
Yeah.
So why the thing they pain me, right, is somehow it seems to happen to ladies a lot, right? And on this International Women's Day, coming from this international location, we need to talk to sisters. I need to talk to you guys very calmly. I'm calming down to talk to you. Sisters, there are certain things you need to know, from the point that you say, oh, somebody says, I want to ask you out, or whether I want to date, or whatever. We need to be able to say, there are certain things I know. First, at least, you should know his full name. Number one, certain things to know. You should know his full name. Kingsley Oluwasegun Ademilekun Batures. No, I'm just saying, you need to know at least if he has middle name. You need to know the middle name, at least know his full name, right? You need to know what he does. Off the bat, these are things that you take off the fly. Things, in fact, most times these days, when you meet somebody, after you have gone past the pleasantries, the next question is, what do you do? So if the person have told you, what do you do? Let me tell you something that they do a lot abroad here, right? Something they do a lot. The moment you tell somebody, this is what I do, and you tell them, oh, I'm on Instagram, this is what I do, this is my name. The next thing, they have Googled your name, and they have checked you out, whether you are on Instagram, on LinkedIn, or and then the next thing, they will start telling you about what you are supposed to be doing, because that's what they are seeing about you online. And so that's part of finding out. That's part of discovery. And so that happens a lot these days. Do you get? And these are the things that we are saying. These are commonplace things. So know the person's full name, know what the person does. Then these are first base. Where's the person from? Do you understand? Where does the person stay? Is he in your area, outside your area, across your area? Do you understand? These are common things that can happen in first conversations, right?
Yeah. I'm just looking at the comment that Debbie has there. It says, so the guy was doing dress your miracle, or what, because they say faith without works.
Okay, that's the guy wearing the cover-ups. The guy wearing he was dressing the way he wants to be addressed. Yes, he was dressing the way he wants to be addressed. Okay, I am getting the signal that our Lagos crew are ready. So Lagos, can you hear us? We have already taken off right here from Doha. So our Lagos studio, if you
there's a lot of feedback coming from Lagos end, so guys, please fix it, and then we will come right back to you.
There's a lot of feedback.
So that's another thing you need to check. Debbie, you brought up a valid point, because I know that once some guy said, oh, when he's in Lagos, he has to spend a lot of money, because you have to keep up with appearances. And then he was actually really sharing how sometimes guys in Lagos, for instance, right? But I'm using Lagos as an example, but he said this is what some guys do in Lagos. they want to go out on a date. They know girls want to be impressed. They'll go and meet their friend who has the finer car. Sometimes they actually have a car. It's not that they don't have, but they will go and meet their friend who has
a finer car,
finer, newer, more sophisticated car, right? And then they'll make sure they go to the barber, they clean up, they look good, they wear the expensive clothes. Sometimes the clothes aren't theirs, and they just do the general packaging. In fact, sometimes your friends will help you
package well because we want to impress.
Yes, and then they show up. So in fact, they're like, the car alone is a statement. Which kind of car did he show up in to take you for this date, and so on. So imagine the lady just looking and saying, oh, this guy has kind of car, wears kind of clothes, his perfume was this, his haircut was sharp, and then we went to this restaurant. Meanwhile, maybe the money was even contributed for the day.
Oh.
Do you understand? But the fact is that
helping a brother out,
you just use appearance to decode. Oh, it must be he has money. It must be this. It must be that. You just make deductions from this. Meanwhile, you have not checked. You have not checked whether this is real or this is fake. Right?
I know it's okay for it's okay for first how did they usually say that in first
impression?
First impression. It's okay for first impression to cause attraction. It's okay. It's okay. First impression can cause attraction, but second and third can cause depression. Do you understand? So if you don't get the second impression and the third impression, you may be heading for depression. So it means that after the first impression, go back and say, yes, this fine guy, I like fine guy, I like packaging, I like the smell, and then we now have to check now. This smell, is it a smell on only this first day, or is it a consistent smell? This car, was it borrowed? Alas, it was borrowed. This dressing, is that the way?
Okay, wait.
Do you understand?
So from what you're saying is as if you want people to come with an open mind, that it is possible that this packaging is not entirely 100% real.
No, now it's possible now, but it's the same thing with females now. On the female side,
like,
on the female side,
like the hair,
sometimes you come, the hair
lashes.
is borrowed, the eyelashes is borrowed. Do you understand? Some of the paddings, I'm not pointing in any direction. Some of the paddings are also borrowed because they take them off and it's a different this thing. Because somebody has said, I can see Debbie said, by their fruits you shall know them. But somebody has said that these days there are no fruits, it's smoothie. Do you understand? So they can put it on and put it off. So it works both ways. So it means that you need to know people, know them to their house. Do you understand? Know them from the first impression outside to the last impression in the house. So that you know.
Debbie has an interesting comment.
Okay.
She says even God, before that she said even God told Prophet Samuel. I don't look at the outward appearance.
I look at the heart. So that's where we are going. That in moving past the stranger stage, we gotta get to the heart of the matter, beyond the packaging. So, who is this guy that I am really liking?
So maybe you say, so maybe you tell the guy, okay, I like the car you came in. It was cute, but it's really yours.
No. That's harsh, baby. That's harsh. Wait, just hold that thought. Let's bring in Lagos.
All right.
Lagos guys. I hope you're ready. Hello, can you hear us?
Hey. Hi, KJ.
And we can hear the menu.
Yeah, but we can't really hear you. Your sound is low.
No, it's very low.
We can hear you now. We says hi.
Very low.
Very low. Is it better now? Is it better now?
Yeah, but there's
a lot of sound. There's a lot of sound in the background.
There's a lot of
sound in the background.
Okay, so let's give them a little more time to fix it. So Lagos, feedback, a lot of noise in the background. See if you can fix it, and then we'll be right back. But before we and while you're at that, I'd just like to highlight a comment by Jennifer. Jennifer says, "Omo guy no fit package from you." Jennifer, you have to share with us the secret, because I'm sure there are some ladies on this call that are like, how do you make sure that they cannot package for you? How do we decode? Please give us the tips, so that others can gain from it. Yeah, so you are saying we shouldn't be that direct. Don't just be direct like that. So where should we ask now? Because since you're saying a lot of things are fake, at some point someone has to ask. That's how I don't know if people saw that post on social media that was going around, some show that they were doing, and then when they finally got to meet, so I think they built a rapport first without meeting, and then finally they met, and then the guy, can you imagine, now started telling the girl right there, okay, wipe the makeup off, remove the eyelashes and stuff. I can't remember if she actually did those things. I think she did, but later on she felt really bad about it. Like, why did he have to do that? I mean, even if did you have to do it on set? It's not. I mean, we can have this conversation and then continue with the rest of the fact finding later on. But I think the way he went about it, she was really upset. So somebody would say he was forward. He wanted to know right up front. So he asked. So when is a good time?
There's the for me, I have a lot of I have a lot of challenge with a lot of things that goes on online, right? And a lot of the what's it called, the messaging, that is being put out online. While we're on the matter, please, Jennifer, please come and give us the tips of how, so that you can help sisters out here how to decode packaged brothers. Yeah, so while I'm sharing my own, be preparing your own. So what I was saying in that regard is that a lot of the messaging that goes out online is that a lot of things that happen, people are just trying to use it to gain clout. I mean, even if you are going to do fact finding, right? Even if you are going to do whatever, anything that you want to do, and this cuts across, especially when you are trying to build a healthy relationship.
Yeah.
Anything that you are going to do that debases the other party is not healthy. And no matter what you say the intent is, if it's going to debase the other party, the other person, then it is not healthy. There's no cause for it. There's no reason for it. Because any healthy relationship builds up the two people in it. So if I'm going to do fact finding and my fact finding is going to put you down, then it means I'm using the wrong method. I need to find a way.
Or you even do the fact finding, but the way you deal with the facts that you have found, it should be in such a way that the other person doesn't feel, you're not believing them or trying to cut them down or their ego, just
trying to put them down generally.
Yes. So for instance, you find out that this is actually not this guy's car. Is it during the date or during whatever time people are spending together that you now say, oh, by the way, I just found out that car you're driving is not yours. You're trying to deceive me, something, and then you just create a scene, wah, and you walk out.
Because the truth is,
which will be extremely embarrassing for the guy.
There's a perception from guys right now that ladies like to be impressed, but it didn't start with guys of today. Ladies like to be impressed, and a guy that may genuinely like you may go to certain lengths to try to impress you, right? And if they are doing that, right, at least give them what they used to call that thing,
benefit of doubt.
Give them credit for effort. Do you understand? Because what you now need to follow up to know is that this effort that you make, was it just to impress me, or this effort that you made, is it trying to deceive me? There are two different
because
things.
yeah, exactly. And I like the fact that you brought that up, because the guy may just say, I really wanted this to be special, so I went
And I borrowed the
you
car.
know, yeah, so that I didn't want to do bold, because I'm not sure what kind of bolts will show up.
Man, I'm not sure what
Because
kind of
even
show.
when you do both comfort and stuff, sometimes what shows up
It's not comfortable. I've tried it once. What showed up was not comfortable, even though it was comfort. I did.
my goodness.
So I can relate.
Yeah, so maybe the guy was just like, okay, so I decided to do this other stuff. So yes, don't just conclude that they're trying to deceive you.
Yeah.
Just like a lady may say, oh, I'm having a bad hair day or something, I wasn't in the mood to style my natural hair, so I just had to wear a wig today. You know, you won't now say, oh, you're artificial, you're this, you're that. So I think in this day and age, we have to understand that there are those adjustments that people may make to their appearance to look nice. Some people feel, oh, if you're going on a date, you have to put in the extra lashes. For some people, it's just something you have to do so that when they blink, for effect.
Yes.
Or something,
So that in case the place is hot.
Okay, I think it's a good time to try Lagos again.
Lagos.
See how it's going.
Lagos. We really need you guys to give us feedback. Lagos, are you here? Are you here? Can we go live? Because there's some interesting perspective that I know you guys.
Yes.
Yes, there's some interesting perspective.
So let's try again. Hey, KJ.
I'm muted.
Oh, okay, so you can hear me.
But if they could hear us, they could have done like this.
Okay, KJ, can you hear us?
Hello, can you hear us?
Yes.
Okay, you can hear us, but we can see you nod, but we can't hear you say anything.
We can hear you now.
You can hear me now.
We can hear you now.
Okay. Oh my God, it's so wonderful to be here. Yes, I see the thumbs up. And hi everybody. God, we almost missed this. Anyways, good to see you. Alright, so like you know, I'm usually KJ and anyway, so we'll be hearing the from yes, I have. Yes, I have interested. Give me the gist.
Just straight into it.
Yes, give me the gist. What are we waiting for? We don't have time.
Okay. Yeah, that happened once. I think I was in this place where honestly, who's watching online? Okay.
I just gotta be watching. Shout out it.
Okay, so I was in this space where I just wanted a relationship, right?
Okay.
I had been out of a relationship. It wasn't so long, but for some reason, I was like, you know what?
Just wanted that
I want
feeling
to
of
date someone.
Mhm.
And I ran into an old flame.
Oh.
I don't know whether I'll call it flame because it was someone that liked me, right? But I was at the time when he liked me.
You didn't like him.
No.
At the time you liked, you didn't like him.
I had someone. I was in a
okay.
relationship.
Okay.
So sadly, unfortunately, as it happens sometimes to all of us, that relationship had to end.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was single for a bit, and then I ran into this guy. And this guy, if not that I had a boo at the time, he was a catch. So
okay, this guy.
fine boy.
Okay.
So it was a catch, hardworking, you know, some really amazing traits, if I'm being honest.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think I was careless. So I was not my usual self. at that particular period. So because it was this guy
You've known for
that
long.
it was a catch. So even then, like people were like, he likes you. I'm like, but I have someone. I'm not, So imagine now I was now free. I now run into him. And at the time I wanted, I just wanted somebody. No, I wasn't even funny. I was not looking for anything too serious, but I just wanted to have like
Somebody.
a boo. I wanted to be
You want to
booed
be
up.
good. Oh, that's good.
So so that was how I didn't even check. I wasn't even my usual, because I can be very observant.
Oh, so you
very
just lose guard.
naturally. I'm naturally, even if my friend says that Yoma can be head over, once you just see one sign, like her love used to switch quick once she sees. But this one, I don't know, for whatever, and he was an amazing person, so I think that was part of the problem. So someone that was really wonderful, like you can have like just a tire issue, and he's like, no, I don't want you getting involved in that. I'm coming to get you. I'm like, So I think I was distracted by those things, and I didn't see the other things that I needed to see.
At what point did you start seeing this other thing? And what were the things, please?
Oh my God.
My God.
My life is brought here.
My God. Yes, you. Don't worry.
So apparently he was cheating.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
he was cheating.
Mine was different in a way. So apparently, I met this girl in a friend's party, a housewarming party. She had just built a house, so I met her. She's friends with the owner of the house, and we got talking. And when you talk to someone and you guys just vibe, and just like you, I wasn't really myself. I just, and from there it just flowed into us dating.
Wow. Even the way it flowed, it's already looking funny. I see why you have issues. The way it flowed, the dating was not intentionally done.
It was, yes, it was.
No. You hear yourself. It just flowed.
It just flowed. Yes, I have to be honest. It wasn't intentional.
Hope you are not flowing anymore, though.
No. Right now, Mrs. Batures will say, I have my glasses on. Literally, actually. So when everything was okay for the first couple of months, we're all lovey-dovey and all, until we had our first major issue. That was when the real her came to light. And guess what happened? We had our first major issue, and she went on our WhatsApp status and asked, she's quite a bit popular, a little bit in a way, and asked her fans, guys, this thing that these guys did, kinika. I literally saw my life on her status, and people started dropping in comments, and for every comment they drop, she would take a screenshot and upload. I'm like, Jesus Christ of Nazareth, what did I get myself into?
You were dating the public.
Exactly, I was.
You didn't know. So sorry. Sorry about it.
Oh, it was heartbreaking. Trust me, it was. I almost went into depression. I'm like, what's this?
What was that the end of that relationship?
Oh, pretty much.
For her? Like
No, not for her. For me, it was.
So did she think that after that was?
Oh, she came to the DM and was like, so let's sort this out now. I'm like, really? After putting my life out there, let's sort this out? No. See, I've had my fair share of dating strangers in this life. If I should start writing a book, I'll have volume 1, 2, 3.
So you're a stranger date. I think it just once.
So that was just it for you?
Yeah, that was. No, it's not my nature. No.
You're very, very.
No matter how, sometimes I'll feel like, I want to. When the book comes, we will not know when we start. It's just natural for me to notice. My mom says maybe I need deliverance. Actually, she goes, nobody's perfect.
Yes, that's another thing. I'm not trying looking for a perfect person.
No, but I can.
But with the way you are going about it, it's giving that vibe.
No, because I've had people who.
Because let me tell you. Sorry to cut in. Because when you're that observant, it's like when you're looking for something, you will definitely see that thing you're looking for.
No, I'm not looking for something. So I have a problem with people who date and they're like scrutinizing in relationships, right?
Okay.
They're not natural. They're not like really just enjoying the flow, letting things flow, right?
Okay.
It's not an examination. It's not a test. Please calm down, right? So I have a problem with that, right? So I don't do that, honestly. But I will notice. So I can be lost, all the butterflies can be flying in my tummy, but the minute a red light comes around, I can see it.
So what are these things that you, because of course you are noticing everything, but what are these things that you notice and you're like, I can't continue. Now you've stylishly mentioned cheating because the guy cheated, right?
Yeah, like that was so devastating.
But how did you know?
How did I know?
I mean, you were still
I finally woke up. I finally one day. I think with time we'll always. So when I hear people get married and they're like, I did not know, I'm like, because this person was an amazing. So you know the catch. It was such a good person. Like there were people that were even of the opinion that to just ignore it and just keep it moving. This guy, we see him, we see his hard work. You know, he was yeah.
We can say he ticks all the box.
But eventually I woke up because I was like what's that princess that was asleep and the prince Sleeping Beauty. I think I woke up at some point. I'm like, okay, girl, and I started noticing little things. Just
at that point,
things.
The moment you woke up, you started noticing other things.
Little things that led. The only problem with this person was the cheating. There was no other problem.
There was no other problem, and that was like a major thing for you.
And why I'll say he was a stranger because of that is because he didn't look like the kind of person that would do that kind of thing. So even till today, when I look back at the relationship, I'm like, I didn't know who I was dating, right?
Anyways, so we've been talking actually. I enjoyed this gist. We'll continue. Okay, we need to take a short break and engage with the audience, right? Yes. Let's see comments. So, but okay, Victor Silva says, but wait, auntie, is it auntie? The way is the married auntie.
Love it.
When you say he was cheating, was it cheating on you, or he had a wife and was cheating with? Oh, okay, that's another angle. Was it cheating on you, or he was cheating with you?
He was cheating on me.
So that's
definitely not cheating.
No, wait. That means you were the main person. So the other person, how would you know you were the main person?
Because he was not cheating with me. I'll just leave it at that. But he wasn't cheating with me. Yeah.
Okay. Absolutely. Next question. Or next comment. Is that it? Oh, you wanted to belong.
You wanted to belong.
Okay, that's for you.
You wanted to belong.
You wanted to be.
You wanted to what?
You wanted to be in the association of people who have relationships.
I didn't want to belong to nothing. I just wanted to be built up.
Exactly.
That's not belonging. I just wanted to privately on my own.
No.
I didn't want to belong to anybody. I just wanted to privately build up.
You wanted to be in the category of people who were in a relationship?
No, I didn't want to be in any category. I just wanted love in my life. It was a private decision.
Oh, okay.
Didn't want to belong. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay. Any other one? Deliverance from. Oh, deliverance from. Deliverance from.
Kingsley is really on my case tonight.
Deliverance from being
my mom. Yeah, because I mentioned that my mom says that I need deliverance. Because she's like, what's up with this one? I'm like, oh no, it's not gonna. It's like, why? I'm like, okay, because X, Y. She's like, there's always something, right?
But right now,
it's not my fault.
Right now, I'm actually.
So that's what she thinks I want to. She feels I'm too. I pick fault too much. She feels that way, but
exactly that's what I
don't think so. No, I don't think so. You know, my mom is a mother. Mothers just want their daughters to settle. So
where do you draw the line from being too picky?
Right.
At what point? Where do you draw the line?
So my justification for myself is, let me defend myself.
In your defense,
give me a chance. So my justification for myself is that I've actually genuinely really liked and been willing to settle down with some people. So I'm not a witch. I don't need deliverance.
Even with their faults.
Yes, and they were not perfect, but I could see, like Piani would say, I could see their core. Okay. And I was comfortable. So there have been people that I've been comfortable with, right? I think that one of the issues that a lot of people have is that they've not come to realize that finding that's the one is not always, like, there are not many the ones, right? There are not many people that you can be with.
People will disagree with you on that one.
Yes, they're not. No, so I'm not saying that there's only one person out there for you, but I'm saying that there are not, it's not everybody, and there are not a lot of people that you can be with. It will take some patience. For some people, it happens that they find that person early. For some other people, it happens that they have to wait a little bit more.
Like me.
Exactly. So that's not, I'm not saying that people are bad out there. I'm just saying that people that I know for certain know that if I say yes today, it will work. There are not a lot, and I don't think it's just me. I think every
yeah, including me. Anyways, so
I'm okay. There's nothing wrong with me. I'm good.
We'll come back to that.
Let's see.
Anyways, we have to go for a short break right now, and please do not go nowhere. We will be back. All right, welcome back. You see, one thing I love about common sense for a relationship is that while we, the singles, share our point of views, we always have the married straighten us up. So right now we are going to go to our host, Mr. and Mrs. Bature, to straighten us up in or chime in what we've talked about.
Oh yeah, this was fun. This was really interesting. Yoma, sorry that so many people were on your case, Pele.
Can you hear us?
Yes.
All right. So I like. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I liked a lot of what happened. Right. I liked a lot of what they said. Yoma, this Yoma, you can start preparing your defense. You can start preparing your defense because a lot of people were on your case and the questions are very clear. One of the questions, Yoma, before you come back, is these things that you notice, are they valid? That's number one. Somebody asks, Faith asks, say these things, are they valid? So Yoma, prepare your own. KJ, you that you are aligning yourself on the side, what are the things that are the reason why you two you are still in this singles bus? What are the things? Because you are noticing things, they too, they are noticing things. So prepare your defense. While we are on that corridor, a lot of things they said make sense. You have to observe, you have to notice things.
Yeah, but I think in fact it's not but, it's and one thing that Yoma really brought out and KJ also highlighted was the fact that you can actually lose guard, as KJ calls it, right? For whatever reason. So just be on the alert because something could happen and you, in quote, lose guard. You drop your defenses.
Yeah.
You don't do your usual screening. There's a way you do screening that you're like, I'm not ready for nonsense. So I am going to pay attention. I'm going to check so that if there's anything that is not right, I get out of this at once. In fact, sometimes you do the screening before the person even asks you out so that if they happen to ask, you say no straight up. You're not going to waste your time.
But there's a comment here that I
Yes.
needed to put up. Jennifer says, so you were not ready for a relationship, but you booed up. Don't you think he noticed that and started cheating? That is, if you are the main chico, Silva has already said we listen, we don't judge.
and that's really just for you to understand. And I'm sure this is. You want to say something?
No, go ahead.
Yeah, this is probably where Victor is coming from. The fact that as long as people, when singles say he cheated on me, it's already showing that there's a problem. Do you understand? It's a problem in the sense that when you are married, right, then you now have a right to say somebody cheated on you. Do you understand? Because there's a commitment, there's a covenant, and this person went outside that covenant, right? Well, when you're single, the person hasn't married you yet, right? And ideally, nobody should be sleeping with anybody. So if the person now goes to sleep with somebody else, so married people don't actually look at it like
who is the main chick?
No, as in the question of cheating on. It's just that the person has gone and slept with somebody else. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So and slept with somebody other than you. Do you understand? When they are not married to the person.
So I think I don't know if I don't know if I can. I think we can take it very straight on head on to say what were the things that you noticed, because you said this guy had everything, right? Except he cheated. So is it that he has a weakness for women, or is it that he has a weakness for commitment?
Or is it that he does not even believe in such a thing as being committed to one woman?
Aha! So those are core issues. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Which is something else that Jennifer had raised on the side, which is, if you were not serious about the relationship, was it possible that's why he too is having an unserious relationship, assuming that you are the main relationship? These are all issues. But what I don't want us to run away from is to come to the bottom of what were the core things what are the core things that you need to identify in order to know that this person is not a stranger. I know this guy. I know him like this. I know him. You can't know everybody 100%. That's given. But what are the things?
But Yoma, credits to you, the fact that you woke up. And that is something that we want everybody to do. Wake up.
Yes.
So whether you are at the early stages of the relationship or you're considering getting into a relationship, do what Yoma did. Wake up. Stay alert. Don't sleep your way. When I say sleep, don't unconsciously walk into a relationship. Don't go into a relationship without your antenna, up. You have to be alert, because you can't just leisurely get in and then later on you now start saying, oh, this happened, this person did this to me, I didn't expect that, and stuff like that. Because you relationship is such a serious thing, right?
Yeah.
So you have to go in with your eyes open. You have to go in alert. You have to go in paying attention to the details. You have to go in, so that it's not that you say, you look ahead like, wow, that room looks so beautiful, I want to get into that room, and you just run. Meanwhile, you didn't pay attention to the fact that there were spikes on the ground. Okay. And you were running to get into the room, and you end up getting your feet pierced. I'm just using that as an analogy. So relationships, pay attention to everything. Okay, so
as we begin to round up, right? We're going back to our Lagos studio. We need to close up with what are the things that people need to pay attention to in order to move the person from a stranger to a potential. Do you understand? From a stranger to a potential, from a potential to my dream.
So you want Yoma to tell you this and KJ to tell you this?
No. They are going to respond to what they will respond. They can bring their own perspective, and then we can round up with that. Are you guys there?
Yes, we are.
Hi. Okay. I think I should just respond. Okay, so I never mentioned that I wasn't serious about the relationship, right? I said that I was not ready for something serious, meaning I wanted to take my time in the relationship, right? So meeting someone, having somebody, and then growing into something. So it wasn't like I was not serious about the relationship. Yeah, that's just to clarify that from Jennifer. And then the part about whether it was cheating on me, well, I think I just learned something now about single people not being cheated on. So why I would say that this person was a stranger is because this person was like after my pastor. It was next person. So we're in a very godly relationship, right? So that's why it was a bit of a surprise because when it was one even this is how we're going to be. I was like, what's a man of God, right? Not knowing that man of God was getting help. Yeah, so that's I think that's good enough feedback. So I don't know whether I'll call it cheating or whatever it was that we were supposed to be in a godly relationship.
But he wasn't.
But uncle was.
You were in a godly relationship.
I was.
And he was in a godly relationship with you. But
I was. Yeah, we were. But uncle was getting help, out there.
Do you think that was?
So that's why it felt like I was with a stranger because I didn't even know that he was that kind of person because of how defined the relationship was.
Okay.
It was, in fact, he helped me grow spiritually. Like he taught me a lot of things, led me to a lot of people that really helped. I'm still benefiting from that even till today.
What he was getting.
But uncle was, a bit different from who I knew.
Hallelujah. Anyways, so for me, they asked me a question as to why I am still single, right? So straight up, the reason I'm still single is simple. I haven't found someone who, number one, understands the concept of marriage as, I don't want to sound too religious right now. I'm trying my best not to, as ordained by God. And that's one. Two, someone who is willing to go through, who understands that marriage is actually a journey. Two people coming together to go through a journey. To go on a journey. And so yes, that's my main issue. I haven't seen the person. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. If you are watching this and you are probably on my contact list, but I haven't really seen. Everybody wants, it's like everyone wants a finished product. Okay. I want you to, I'm not saying you shouldn't get to some certain level before you think of marriage, but the people have, I met somebody not too long, a couple of months ago, and she said, when a talking stage actually, but immediately she said this, I just knew talking stage is over. Yes, she said that her man must actually have why you
because this has come up before. I'm listening.
Come up where?
Just land.
Okay, that her man should actually have a certain figure. It was quite a lot actually. Really a lot. And I'm like, oh, okay, no problem. That's nice. Of course, I didn't make it obvious that, I'm not there yet. But but to me, it's ended. And those are the kind of people I come across and see, well,
can I chime in?
Yoma.
So I think I solve your problem tonight.
Okay, solve my problem.
Yeah, let's solve your problem. Where are you looking? Because I feel like I hear men say, I've not found. Well, I'm seeing women that men.
I'm not seeing.
Wait. Let me tell you what I'm seeing.
Okay.
I'm seeing women that even the things they are taking, I'm like, really? Why?
I don't know.
So is it that? Are you looking for Instagram baddies?
Instagram will body care. Do I no?
So where are you checking? Because there are decent women
where I'm
who
checking.
just want a decent man
that don't respond to DMs on time.
So you see, your issue is DM. So if you so if you find that woman, the one that you're looking for, the one that knows that it's a journey and all of that, but she doesn't respond to DM.
Yes, she's very, very busy.
Sister, preach, oh, preach. Yoma, preach. What is he looking for? What are them? All of them. What are them looking for?
Solution to your problem. Where
Which
are you
is-
looking?
Where else?
Because I know like a million. Okay, I'm
Please
exaggerating.
connect me.
I know a lot of girls.
Yes.
I'm a part of a single ladies connect.
I
I
don't
know a
mind.
lot of girls that when they sit down with me and tell me some things that they've even taken, I'm like, Auntie, it can't be that bad. They are better. Like, let's come to the middle, right? And I'm sure you're even better than the middle. So there are women that actually.
This is the first time somebody is telling me I'm better than the middle. Oh my God!
Oh my God, why did I say that? Yeah, too
What is the truth?
I'm already beginning.
Oh, you have a problem giving me my flowers or something.
But seriously,
Okay.
I think that there are a lot of. So it depends on where you're looking. There's
I'm
so
actually-
many. I have lots of friends.
Okay.
They just want a decent guy who's going to treat them well, and is not lazy. Because I feel like they're meant to.
Yes,
Who
they're meant
take
to
advantage
of women.
So they
yes.
hear people say things like, "Oh, women should not be after money." They are so excited because they want to be lazy.
No. See,
So if you're able to show that, hey, I'm a man, I can cover you, I can take care of you. I'm working hard.
okay.
I'm working very hard, and I'm ready to do all that it takes to take care of you. Then
Okay, so I'm really having a lot of attacks right now. Let me see. Can we read some comments?
I love
Are we-
that the attacks is on you now.
Oh, you love it on me.
Yeah.
Okay. Can we read some comments? God, I feel like this is going to be really. Do we have permission to read some comments? Do we? Okay. Let's see some comments. God. What is the middle? What is this middle? Because that's for Yoma actually. That's for Yoma. Next.
Are they back to me?
I need some. KJ needs
needs
to
a
a decent sister with a body lifestyle.
Who's that?
So that's more like having Chioma Jesus with a touch of Nicki Minaj, I guess.
Is that what you're looking for?
No,
I think that's the problem. Honestly, I think
No,
look
no.
inwards
See.
and be sure.
journey in every aspect. We grow. I don't, you know.
Let's not go back.
Let's not go back there.
Your man needs a decent.
Your man needs a decent and God-fearing man.
Yahoo boy
with a Yahoo-
lifestyle. Freak is that?
Okay.
KJ, you just did help
KJ, you just they
define
help
the relationship.
define her relationship.
Were you there with her then? Please, thank you, Jennifer. I love you.
No, wait. I don't get that. I want to get that. What was that?
The way you are defining my relationship now, as if you were there.
I kind of have, you know.
As if you were there.
Maybe
Jennifer.
I guessed.
No, Jennifer is acting like my Jennifer.
Oh, no, she's acting like a Jennifer. When she was attacking you, she wasn't.
He wasn't looking at it.
Okay. Which other one? Some of us don't lose guard before we wake up from coma. Man, sorry about that.
Welcome back.
Welcome.
Stay up.
Keep
Stay
woke, bro.
open.
And maybe we can take one more or two.
He was living a double life.
Uncle was still in the marriage. He showed you what he wanted you to see. Not all of him. Cop by day, thief by night.
Wow.
Yes,
That's
we actually
deep.
have a lot of guys like that. You see, that's why I like telling people, be yourself. All right, come open. The Bible says, and
Preach away, Pastor. Preach.
Yeah, Pastor.
Preach.
they were
it.
naked and unashamed.
Oh, shame.
All right, so just be yourself. Let the lady be the one to say, okay, this one I can't deal. This one I think we should work on. This one, it's a red flag.
I think that it's better to have a broken relationship
Exactly.
than
Than have a
broken
broken
marriage.
marriage,
And
yes.
there are a lot of people who they do the work to get into the marriage.
The marriage, yes.
And then the true color comes out in the marriage and the marriage crashes.
yes.
And I wonder why people do that, honestly. Why
That's
don't you want to come out clean so that the
yeah,
person
so
can
people-
see you
I know
and
what
know
to help.
whether they can even be there, not even just help. Like,
Yeah.
let the person know. It's like you're telling me to do the job of a doctor and I'm an interior designer. I did not know that you told me come and decorate your house only for me to get there. You are sick. You need a doctor. I'm like, bro, but you told me.
Yeah.
I don't know why people do that, honestly.
Anyways, I think we have come to the end of the show. But before we go, let's bring back Mr. and Mrs.
Wow. Awesome.
Awesome,
Well
man.
done, guys.
Awesome.
And well done, everyone. I mean, we're seeing the comments as in on fire.
Oh, the comments were on fire. The comments were on fire. It's really interesting, right? It's really interesting how these things happen, and I really enjoyed it. I don't know what final thoughts you have.
Yeah. Thanks, KJ, and thanks, Yoma. You guys have been amazing. And really, for me, one thing is what Yoma said, which is just be yourself from the onset, right? If you are pretending and over packaging and doing so many things, you may end up finding it difficult, because there's the part where, okay, when do I really tell her the car wasn't mine?
Yeah.
Or when do I really tell her that I can't on a normal day, I can't afford this kind of restaurant, I had to raise money from my friends to take her there, and stuff like that. So sometimes it's easier to just be yourself from the beginning, like Jennifer said. And Jennifer, I love that strategy. Just be true to yourself from the beginning. So there's no forming. It's this is what you see is what you get, right? So that's really important. So yes, everyone pay attention to the fact that people may lie, people may put up appearances. Please have your eyes open, be alert from the beginning, so that you don't get deceived, right? And try to find out as much as possible. Don't just focus on superficial things. Pay attention to the real details. You need to know what's important to you. If 5 things are important to you, please write those 5 things, those non-negotiables, write them down and make sure you find them out. So find every means of getting that information. Whether you're asking the guy, you're asking his friends, you're observing his actions, you're keeping track of the things that he has said about that thing on different occasions, so that you can know for sure what the truth is. Yeah, but you have to know what you have to know. So please pay attention to those, so that you find out, so that you know whether to say yes when the question is asked.
There was something Jennifer said, and I would like to read that. She said, "Me on the other side, I observe and pay attention to everything he says. Guess what? If he has packaged, then you will be able to notice inconsistency in whatever he has said." I think there was a series we did
about keeping the journals.
About keeping the journals. It's not there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with somebody trying to impress you, right? On the first date, guys we do their best. We try, and especially promising young men, we go through a lot. So if we see you and we like you, and it be like, say, you be high class babe, we will try to meet your class, whether it is borrowed or it is begged or it is acquired, anyhow, just to meet your class. But after we have gotten into the equation, that's where the real thing comes in. But so they can come from there, but then we need to get into the meat of the matter to say, who are you really? Who are you at your core? Who are you when no one is looking? Who are you when things don't go your way? Who are you when you're upset? Who are you when you come face to face with your convictions? Who are you? What are the values that make this person that I want to date? Who are you really? Because these are all the things that make you up, and these are all the things that matter, and these are the things that we need to pay attention to. So whoever the person is, whoever he is, we need to pay attention to these constituents, these parts that make him, beyond the packaging. Who are you really dating?
Yes, thank you so much. And honestly, we have absolutely enjoyed the comments today. Thank you so much, Victor. Thank you so much, Jennifer. Thank you, Faith. Thank you, Martins. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Queen Debbie.
Yeah,
I mean, it's been amazing.
It's been amazing. Yoma and KJ, you guys, you hit it up, notwithstanding the technical issues.
Yes,
but
yes.
we keep getting better and
thanks
better.
for being so vulnerable. It's
Yes,
people that
thank
we are
you.
using. You brought yourselves, and then people are now doing it.
Yeah,
now.
but that's the thing. That's the story, right?
Yeah.
That's what people
so
like
thanks
to
for
relate
being
with.
that vulnerable
Yes,
and allowing
thank
us
you.
to use your experiences to share some insights with
So,
everyone.
and something you said, something Yuma said that we can close out with is this whole which is just something that Victor mentioned here, which is that some people just keep going round and round the same mistake. You've gone around this mountain long enough. It's time to wake up. Wake up and break the circle.
So I guess that's the final word for today. Hashtag
Wake up and break the circle.
All right.
Thank you everyone
Thanks
for joining
everyone.
us.
Bye. Remember,
And
like we always say,
common sense is not so common.
Bye.
Bye.
Let's go. Let's go.